potions.
Yeah, they're like
Yeah,
healing potions, 50 gold. Potion
I'm
of
gonna-
invisibility, 100 gold. It's just monotonous. You could follow them for a while. They'll just say everything after a couple minutes.
I'm gonna pick up this guy and take him to that like garden area that she told me I'm able to take them to,
Yeah.
or take him to, and I'll take him.
Sure.
You
Having
st-
told
you still haven't
Ashen, I'm
told-
sure.
You still haven't told me where he's going.
Oh, they're both probably going in the same graveyard. It doesn't matter.
I have a question. If I have to kill them with my bite for it to be able to turn them.
Yeah.
All right. Just making sure of that.
It would have to be the final blow that brings them to 0 hit points, which it did.
So this one was just pure luck. Okay. So yeah, I'll take him to. I'll tell them, or I'll tell Ashen to just follow me, and we'll bury them in the same area.
Okay.
Ooh la la, darkness.
Darkness to you. Oh no. Let's fix that.
This is an exhilarating game of darkness.
You have company.
My screen is just entirely darkness.
Check the bottom left.
Yeah, I have a sliver of light.
Oh, there we go.
There's a door
Got
here
a
that you
little
may
bit.
open. Azmal, you could feel welcome at home. You know that there is a entity waiting around the corner once you pass the threshold, known as CRUX. There's just a guard of this place. Yeah.
Is this like a vampire area?
Yep.
So would Ashen be allowed in here or no?
Of course.
All right.
You're
So yeah,
always actively 100% invited to this place. It's almost, in fact, sort of open area. There's almost, how would I say, a doorway, but no door.
All right. So I'll just take a step in with the guy here.
Yep.
And I'll keep making my way to wherever the garden area is, because I don't know where that is.
Yep. CRUX wakes up, looks at you, scans you for a second, looks away. But the individual right here sort of just steps up, turns to you for a moment, and they sort of just wave and are already stepping away. Kind of like they were relaxing in the courtyard a bit.
He's opening the doors. All right, see,
Not me.
I guess I'll take them to the area and get them buried.
Yeah. As Ashen walks in, the CRUX unit stands and says, "Welcome, guest. May I have your order of business here?"
I'll add in. Am I able to add in, like, chime in and tell him that he's with me? He's my guest. I'm showing him around, and he's helping me bury these two.
Yeah, you could. The moment you do that, he sort of just backs away and does nothing else.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah.
Question: where's the bird?
Bird's just hanging around out here.
Yeah, I did like that little pocket dimension thing you can do with the birds. So he's like in his own pocket dimension currently. He's not gonna have to be a problem at all.
He's just chilling.
Need to try and figure out like the specifics of it, but I'm pretty sure I can just throw him into his own pocket dimension.
Yeah.
His own harmless demi-plane, I think it's called.
Yep. as this place, known as the ebullient revival of elven existence, a place of worship for all sort of worship. This, in fact, is the interior of the exterior, as the entire place just looks like a massive greenhouse. You walked past several monuments, I would say effigies, just pillars and all the sort of crafts that would indicate some sort of worship, whether it's a statue or a totem or what have you, for many a religion, just laid out in a row with seating that eventually would fill up a little quicker than you'd expect, especially if more than a family or two are visiting. You can imagine that this place is heavily frequented, but as you would push past this, I believe it would be just massive pillars with a lot of I believe they're called, I know what they're called. They're called curtains. So as massive curtains kind of obscure the back area that eventually leads to this, the center point, this massive spiral that creates the building. It does offer a lot of extra seating and more accessibility, as there's more woods, more greens out here. But obviously, Azmal, you're just coming inside to possibly say hello, tell the revival people that you're gonna do your business, and they'll probably give you a specific spot to bury them, this creature in, because you can't just bury wherever you want.
You mean I can't bury it just sitting under the tree?
No, definitely there isn't space to bury something under the tree unless it was a squirrel.
Yeah, so I'll just take it to the place I'm given and get burying.
So you would know either behind the CRUX unit would generally be the, how would I say, the head of the revival, but generally this banquet room you could find whatever resources you would ever require in that place, and usually there's someone of import in there.
Okay.
So yeah, I have the bodies there. You guys don't have to move them. CRUX will keep an eye on it. You could tell him as much. But yeah, what do you guys do?
So I'm just gonna make my way this way.
Yeah. Approaching that banquet room, you see Vandris and Regina partaking in some of the finery that they offer here. There's a bit of a, how would I say, a spread that would have many a human or dragonborn, what have you, salivating, but to these individuals, they are nonchalantly grabbing at a specific one item each. Like you see Regina specifically emptying out the charcuterie board. There's almost no cheese left, but Vandris specifically is only picking the little weenies that are in this bowl that have these like toothpicks, and there's 18 toothpicks, 6 weenies left. Besides that, they seem to just have paperwork around them. They're conducting some sort of business while in a casual, home-like manner. It's a very quiet day in port. It had just been about 2 days since the entire parade of the city came and went. There was an event, they called it Saviors Week. So for a whole week, all alcohol was all drinks, libations, or drugs that are legal were free for use in the city, and people had ball. This was 2 days ago. That ended. That was nice. You guys participated in it a bit here and there, up to whatever fits your needs. But here you are with a sobering Vandris and Regina now conducting business for the revival as a regular day.
All right. So I just read through Curse of Hunger. I was just reading through that.
Yeah,
And
pop it up.
yeah, me turning this humanoid would count for 90% of the required amounts. I'm still on 30 days, I think, so perfectly fine for now, I think. But
Yeah. And again, you just landed, what was it, a week ago? So it went down to maybe a couple days, just shoots right back up to 30 days. Yeah.
so yeah, I'll say hi to them and look around.
Yeah. Vandris barely looks your way. They give that sort of knowing nod, but go back to their paperwork. Regina, who seems to be a lot more relaxed at the moment, she was specifically grabbing different types of cheeses, stacking them on top of each other, and then was about to bite into them. But as you show up, they sort of put it down and say, "Darling, Azmal, come."
Which one says that?
Regina to the south.
This one?
Mhm.
Alright, I'll walk over here and we'll say hello more or less to her instead of like the entirety of the room.
Yeah. She
And
says, go ahead.
no, I'm waiting for you. I'm just gonna let you talk.
She does say, please have a seat. We have so much food to offer. Did you bring any friends? Anyone I could get acquainted with relatively soon? Maybe someone who could benefit from this banquet I have. Honestly, it is such a loss. And our chef, they work so hard. Did you want something? What's your favorite thing to snack on that isn't living?
I could eat a fine pastry or two.
She snaps her fingers, and after a couple moments, an individual in a chef's hat comes out. They just imagine Igor from
Mhm.
the Frankenstein movies, but this individual, he comes out saying, "Yes, mistress, how could I help you today? What could I get for you?" And they just sort of point towards you, and then this individual looks to you expectantly.
I'll ask him for a strawberry pastry.
Strawberry pastry right away, sir. Sort of hobble out. Yeah. Ashen, what are you doing? You're gonna spend your time hanging around by the tree? Yeah. Are you gonna join Azmal in the banquet room? Is my question. We're not in initiative. There's no concern for space. You could be where you wish.
Ashen's up here. No, not. I'm Ashen. Azmal's up here.
Yes.
And yeah, I guess I'll move like up here.
Mhm.
And I'll stay like behind him. Since
Yeah.
I don't really know where I am.
Okay. But yeah, as this individual, the chef, comes in and out, there is a... See, it's easier for a player to open the door. For the DM, is so annoying. It's a moment that passes, and Regina sort of just looks up after playing around with a couple of the pieces of cheeses. She just sort of tosses them back in the board to be randomly around, and looking to you, she says, "So, anything interesting these past couple of days? I assume you were partaking in the revelry outside, but I think a bit of relaxation fits right well after such an event, I think."
Yeah, there was a bit of a scuffle out there. People tried to pushed past the gate, including this like dog aberration kind of thing that turned to goop once it was
Dog.
once it was slain.
Disgusting things. Well, I hope you didn't bring their stench with you. They sort of take a whiff in the air. And at that, they sort of look behind you and they say, "Oh, and who are you?"
My name would be Ashen.
They hold their little dainty hand out for you to grab, expecting you to approach.
I mean, it's rude not. It'd be rude not to. I guess I'll take like a step closer,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not gonna get any closer than where I currently am.
Okay, do you lean your hand out though?
I guess.
You're sort of holding it up for you to grab, and then you extend your hand almost all the way out, barely at their level, and they extend their hand just a little bit, almost annoyed by that. But they touch your hand and they say, "I am Regina. I am what you call the mistress of this place. If you're looking for anything within the revival, I can locate it for you. If it's people, if it's blood, if it's parts, whatever the requirement is. It shouldn't be too far from my hands." Despite that, Azmal, I know you've only been here for so long, and it seems that maybe you bumped into some issues at the gate. Were you spotted by anyone? Did anyone see you do stuff? Things we shouldn't be doing?
The only person who might have seen me would have been our friend Ashen here,
Excellent, excellent.
but everyone else was distracted or running or selling potions walking past.
Ah, yes,
So I'm thinking, probably-
I know the one you speak of. That's nice. Well, good, because we do want to avoid the eye of the guardians. I do believe that the warden of this city is aware of the revival, but isn't intimate with our abilities and longevity. There you go. They will say, Regina says, despite all that, whenever you've had a chance, if I could bother you with a little bit of upkeep around this country. It seems that there's a bit of folk missing that we'd want to keep our eye on. Vampiric folk that definitely should have contacted us in a while. It'd be unfortunate if they were hunted or began a cult of their own to create an army. I don't know the situation, but we do have to keep an eye on them. She smiles to you, looking to Ashen, and then back, saying, "But that is after you're done with whatever business you have to take care of. I know you have much to do, as you are a delegate from Aeon."
I just came here to drop by and, I guess, well, above board and all, I don't know much about the revival either, because it's my second session. Would the revival be approving of turning people into vampires?
Yeah, they're fine with it.
All right. So I'll tell them I came by and more or less not to like point out to like make it obvious to Ashen, but I'll subtly hint that I brought one of them by to bring him back.
Okay. She will ask a specific set of questions, starting with this corpse, did you need to bury them in specific sand or dirt or something other?
I wouldn't know.
No. Doesn't
So
matter.
I'll
They just
tell her.
have to be buried fully encased, so dirt or sand
I'll
would
tell her
suffice.
dirt is fine.
No problem. And do you need any materials for your ritual? Your burial? She corrects herself in front of Ashen.
No, I should be fine. I don't think I need anything.
You don't. You have pretty much everything you need.
Mhm.
They sort of just write up a couple of little things in that one piece of paper they have. They rip it up and they give it to you, and they say, "There's your lot number. Once you locate it, assuming they are just our size and no bigger, they'll fit right in."
All right, thank you.
You do recognize that it's just for one space.
I only had one person I needed to turn, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll wait for the pastry to come back out and then make my way to the lot.
Well, you wait for the what?
The pastry from Igor.
Oh yeah, that would have came out
Yeah,
after
so
not too long,
kind
and you guys would have both been able to grab at that plate, which is put right in front of you. There's more than enough, and again, everything here is buffet style, so it is just excessive amounts. So there's many little strawberry shortcakes just hanging around in one plate. Personal.
All right. See, I'll just eat one and make my way to the lot with the
Yeah.
Normally I take one, but I don't know the people here, and I don't want to be rude, so I'm just gonna follow Azmal.
Yeah, I'll
As
take one.
you walk past the plate, lingering your eyes on it, Ashen, Regina says, "Oh, but please do grab some. I'd be offended for my chef if you did not partake."
Okay then. I'll grab one, I suppose.
Yeah. Do you eat it?
And why'd you ask it like that?
I'm just asking, do you eat it like while she's there?
Like while walking away, I'll eat it, I guess.
Yeah, that's fine. See if she sees you eat it. Yeah, she does see you eat it. And she smiles a grin.
Now that you've ate it, you take 80d7. You take 80d7 vampiric damage.
80d7. Yes. What is vampiric damage exactly? Hey, there's a dice for everything, man. You could have anything die something, you know.
We'll get to what vampiric damage is later.
It's sort of like how would you say?
It's upgraded necrotic.
It's not. It's like blood damage. So it just keeps you. It stacks. So as long as you keep taking, as long as you haven't healed, you just keep bleeding. So it's actually more unfortunate. The necrotic. Although I feel like necrotic, if you're dropped to 0 with necrotic, you can't get back up. Sorry. Anyways, you would have some time to put this corpse in the lot. The lot isn't more than 10 feet away from this thing. You can sort of tell that they're not permanent lots. They don't expect things to stay here for too long. But then you do have the other body still hanging around.
See, I'll get this one all situated and set up for the ritual.
Yeah.
And then I'll ask Ashen if he would mind to bury this one somewhere outside in the woods.
All
The
right.
woods is like 20 minutes away.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess I'll.
I'm gonna have to fix
Hmm.
my token later because I'm like squished.
Are you squished?
Yeah, look, a little squished.
You look fine to me.
I'll find me
You mean
too.
your picture?
My token.
No, you look fine to me. You could just put a new one down if it's weird to you. On my screen, it could be different.
Like his head looks like compressed into his chest.
No, yeah, you're seeing something else than I
Mhm.
am. But yeah, you guys have an extra body to do what you wish to do with. Looting these individuals would net you, I don't know, Ashen roll me D10 and Azmal roll me, how about a D20? So 8 gold, 17 silver. Are you guys gonna split it, or is someone gonna take one or the other?
He
Oh,
can have it.
All right. So what I didn't hear you, Ashen, but what I'm understanding
I
is
don't
what
need
and
any of it.
what should we all do is we're gonna split it. So 4 gold each, and then someone's
I
taking.
don't need any. He can have all the gold.
What do you mean you don't need any? Didn't we just have a conversation
I
about
don't need it.
how you're gonna fix your arm to be different types?
I'll insist that
Yeah.
he takes the 4 gold,
All
and
right.
I'll hand him 17 silver as well.
So there you go. He's giving you all the silver and some of the gold. Can't go wrong.
I already had a good start with all the platinum that I was given for the journey.
Oh yeah, you're loaded. You don't care about gold, huh? Anyways, as yeah, you would find that the individual that you're burying is a dragonborn slash half orc, and the other guy is a human that died,
Hmm.
unfortunately. Where are you guys gonna bury this other body?
Well, after I get the other one all situated in its slot, I'm gonna take this one or the other one out like 20 minutes to the woods and get it buried.
So yeah, you really want to carry a body all the way outside?
Yeah, I guess so. It wouldn't hurt to, or it would hurt to just leave
There's
it here.
graveyards inside the city you could go to,
Oh, okay, yeah,
ones
I'll
that are
take it
not
to
in the
the
revival.
graveyard.
Yeah,
We
take
could
them to the
take it to
graveyard. Mhm.
the barracks. Wasn't there something about a finder's fee for one of them?
Yes, that is also an option.
I guess we could take them to there.
All right. You take a dead body to the barracks, which is basically the cops. The cops look at you with a quizzical face. You tell them that it's piracy, something about the North Gates. They look at you and they say, "Sure, where's the other body?"
I'll tell them about how it got buried off in the, or how it got buried somewhere else. I guess that would
Ashen,
be.
are you here as well? I'm sure
Oh yeah,
to
I'm
keep from
with
splitting the
Azmal.
party. Oh, nice. Um, the two of you in front of a whole bunch of guardians. The one individual who's taking care of the paperwork looks to you and says, "All right, I don't know what the game is that you guys are playing, but I'm I have here that I'm expecting 2 bodies. Um, and you're saying you buried one of them. Now, do you know why we need these bodies here?
No clue.
One is so that we can verify the fact that they are pirates and you're not just out there killing all willy-nilly. And two, if you keep one of the bodies that were confirmed as a pirate, who's to say you don't kill someone else and replace that body with a body you know to be already associated or branded? Despite that, we corroborate the situation with the individuals that were struck down, including the ones that are alive. When we interrogate the individuals that are living, we do then focus on the creatures that were slain. We will cast magics on them, and they will inform us, given the situation that they're inclined to, maybe to, you know, offer justice. But again, the situation will come clear to us eventually. So I'm either going to have to fine you or arrest you for a missing body. Sort of tapping on the paper here, looking at you.
What would the fine be? If not, I'm gonna have to go out and find out and remember where we put it and everything.
They rub their eyebrows. This individual is an elf with what seems to be scales on them here and there around, little bits of it on their arm and their hand, some of it on their cheek, at very random locations. But as they seem stressed in all regard, they say, "So you lost a body? Is really what you're telling me? I can't believe this. Okay, I guess." They're tapping on their paper again. They say, kind of looking at it, they're like
I'm
reading
gonna try and
around.
be.
Mhm.
I'm gonna try and be like as apologetic as I can be, like saying sorry. I just lost track of everything. It's been stressful. All I was trying to do was walk in through the gate, and then you got ambushed and everything. Sorry, it's
Uh,
just been stressful.
yeah, you're
Trying to like
saying that they're sort
mitigate
of
it.
reading the thing. They hold their hand up to you to sort of stop your apologies, your attempt to have them ease up on you, and they just say, "Listen, buddy, unless you could come back in 7 days and either prove that individual didn't die or you find their body, it's gonna be about 1,000 gold that you'd have to pay. I don't think it's worth it. I think it'd be best just for you to show up with the body."
All right, I'll try and go find it,
Yeah,
and then I'll hand off the one and make my way back to the revival area.
yeah. Before you could even go too far, they have the body of the one other individual. They sort of take off their masks. They look at them. They go through a bit of paper. They paperwork. They eventually pull out a little glass device and just put it towards this individual's face or eyes. And it takes a minute, but eventually they just pull back. They go through some computer system, and it seems that they find the information for this creature. They do say, "Okay, yeah, everything's adding up based off their aliases. This is probably the missing body here, and then there's more bodies at the site where the issue occurred, and then it seems that we also have a report of another body that will not be able to be recovered. So great, we have two bodies. It's gonna be one of them, and then again, due to process of elimination, this is why we need that body of yours to find out who the missing person is. Again, come back to us. We'll make sure that you aren't charged 1,000 gold, and that would be
Hmm.
good. Other than that, she sort of gives the ticket to Ashen as they're looking at Azmal and says, "You can take this to any bank, and it's 100 gold."
All right, thank you, and we'll make our way out.
They give you a smile. They say nothing else. Yeah. So yeah, you guys get rid of that body. How nice. What do you guys wish to do?
Um, hmm.
A silly vampire companion, or 1,000 gold?
Well,
I don't know which one would be more worth it.
they said you have a week. This vampire companion
How
might
much
wake up in a
gold do
day.
you?
So I either have a so I either have to so I
How
have to
much
bring in this
gold do you
specific
have?
guy.
This is Ashen asking.
Yeah. I'm asking Azmal how much gold he has, because I don't know if we'll be able to pay the fine or not.
I'll tell him I have 70 gold on me.
Well, then you definitely are gonna have to turn in that body.
All right, I'll tell him I'm gonna go back and talk to some people at the place we just went to, or at the place we were before.
All right. You're eventually you'll most likely have to turn in that body. Together, we only have around 90 gold.
We have 100 just now. Ashen, at least you have a ticket
Yeah.
for 100.
So I'll
Yeah.
go back and talk to I already forgot her name. So I'll ask her what I should do about it. The lady that was at the bank in the banquet hall.
Oh, you'll go back to Regina?
Yeah, I'll make my way back to Regina and ask for her like mint. I'll ask for her like what's the word for it?
Advice.
Advice, I guess, or
Yeah.
what I should do about it.
Easily enough. The moment you even inquire about the situation, the fact that there might be this body that they're looking for, they say, okay, do you plan on keeping the body? Are you planning on using all of its nutrients? Or I thought you were gonna um turn them. No?
So that was the plan, but I don't know if would it be okay for me to just take the fine and
Fine. No. Sit. She sort of points at seats for you guys to sit down. Even you, Ashen. Um, she says, "Please understand that here in the revival, first and foremost, our priorities is pleasure. Without that, there is no point for us to live such a long-winded existence. Would you not agree?"
correct.
And given such situations where we have to possibly owe the law or what have you, and trust me, paying fines is much easier than dealing with anything connected to Tartarus. No, I think since we can just, well, I guess I'll ask. How long does it take for your creatures to become?
It takes about a day.
Oh, we have no situation really done. This is already resolved. Once they're up, take them to the officers, take them to the guardians, and they'll deal with it whatever way they see fit. Seeing that they have a living subject, they'll probably interrogate them, hold them for a while. But you must remember that when you are struck with such a curse like vampirism, you don't really remember how you were made, how you were set upon this road. Much of your moments before that are blank. Remember? Or I guess you don't.
Mm.
She smiles.
All right, so I guess we can wait for him to turn and then turn him in.
Yes, and plausible deniability will be the best thing for you and us.
All right, so I'll tell her thank you for advice and such, make my way out to the lot.
Yeah. They would look at you, Ashen, this Regina individual, and say, "And what of you? Are you fully metal jacket there, or is there a place I could dibble on and maybe gift you with an existence of pleasure?
Nope. Nope. Just metal. Just wood and metal.
How very unfortunate for me. Yeah, that's all. They grit their teeth looking at you. Kind of like they wanted to maybe make you squirm more than anything.
She was just trying to like scare me a bit.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, you guys would have the day. This individual Regina has just asked you guys if at the moment that you guys find yourselves free of any obligations to go to her. She does have maybe a mission that you guys could possibly help. She's specifically talking to you, Azmal, but seeing that you're equipped with the massive Warforged as backup, that definitely won't hurt. But we could definitely jump 24 hours if you guys want. We could take it slower, and even beyond that, we could go further. It's up to you.
Mm-hmm. So
What
yeah,
do you
we'll
guys want to do?
take 20. I'd like to like take 24 hours and then
Yeah,
go ahead and once it's turned, turn him in.
sure. I will just ask
Would there be
Ashen. Go ahead.
would there be any like questioning about how he's alive if they knew that he died, or would that just be something that would like they'd blow over and just
That
interrogate him?
that sounds like a thing that might happen. Might be good getting your story straight.
Mm-hmm.
You
So I'll try
know
and like
they're just gonna be too confused to even answer the most basic questions like why were you with these people? He's like, what people? What situation? Dude, I don't remember anything past the last either week or month. You're not sure what the extent of it is.
see. I'll try and like turn him in and not get fined.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely avoid 1,000 gold fine. That'd be very nice. I'm gonna ask Ashen, what do you wish to do for 24 whole hours?
Are we staying in like this place for the 24 hours?
Yeah, you guys would have a place to hang your hat in this location. The revival would offer as much for their guests and their guests.
And with Asmal's approval, I'm just gonna look around.
Yeah, and you would bump into a monument of, and remind me, is it Tour or
TR.
Chair? TR.
Yeah,
Say it again for me.
TR.
TR. So yes, you would eventually find a monument for TR, and you see that this one is pretty much unkept. There's a couple of cobwebs over it. An old little diary that seems to just linger next to it with a little clasp, a little lock over it. But yeah, no one's been here in a long time.
You said the diary is locked.
Yeah, it has like a little latch.
That's unfortunate.
Fortunate for whom? I mean, you could get past that in a second. Ain't
I
no
mean,
little
yeah,
lock
but
holding you back, to be honest
if
with you.
if it's locked, then
If it's locked, then what?
if it's locked, then somebody locked it for a reason. They don't want someone looking at it. So I'm not gonna.
Yeah, it's definitely locked for a reason. But again, no one's been here for enough time that you can assume that whoever's it is, they meant to keep it here. Maybe it's either for tier or something else. Yeah.
What is this room up here that I'm currently at?
Oh, that would be where the head of the revival usually hangs around, but they're not currently in this location.
I probably shouldn't be in there then.
Yeah, I mean, like you would find that the massive construct CRUX is blocking the doorway. You guys wouldn't be able to really get through. And again, there aren't doorways here too much. It's mostly open spaces for everyone to sort of walk past. Even the front, this massive glass house aperture entrance, was mostly cloaked with curtains that allowed you entry. And again, it's obvious to you now, Ashen, for sure, and you can understand why. Because everyone here is a vampire. But as 24 hours eventually go past without a hitch, you guys having access to any sort of engagement you'd prefer, whether it be music, food, or what have you. The people of the revival have it in excess and availability. And as they would even give you, like, I'm not kidding, there's a pool back here, guys. It's a fucking pool. I just noticed. Trying to see how could you get over there? Let's see. There you go.
Looks like it doesn't even look there's a wall. Doesn't even look like there's a wall here.
Yeah, I know, right? It's just like an entrance or something. I thought this was a kitchen. I guess it's not. So this isn't the
I
kitchen.
also thought this was the kitchen.
I shit you not. I thought it was a kitchen, but no, it's a fucking pool. You guys could hang out in easily enough. Go in the pool. There you go. Some vampires cannot be in the pool.
Yeah, some vampires can't be in rushing water.
That's not these vampires though. And again, as 24 hours do eventually happen, this individual rises from the grave, and I'm sure Azmal is waiting with bated breath or lack thereof because they don't have breath anymore in front of this individual.
Question: do I heal after the 24
Yeah, you have
hours?
a long rest.
Assuming I take a
Yeah.
All right.
Everybody here gets a long rest within 24 hours easily. No issues. You don't have a circulatory system, right, Ashen? No. So yeah, you have a long rest just fine.
No.
Yeah. No concern for you. As this half orc, half something that I forgot. I think it's Dragonborn.
Dragonborn.
Yeah. Wakes up. They're more orc than anything. They just happen to have like a horn that definitely looks like one of the Dragonborn's sort of aesthetic. They have a lot of those frills that would be around their back of their neck situation. There's these thick exterior knuckles on this creature, but as they rise up, almost sullen in all look, a hand out from the grave as if they're digging themselves out. You know better not to disrupt that process, Azmal, as there is a situation where the undead would rise, and if they can't bury themselves back out of the grave, they are consumed, life force and all. So they're fine. They get out easily.
Question. Yeah. During the 24 hours, can I ask what's her name about the book?
Sure. Do you take the book or do you just ask about it?
No, I'm gonna ask about it. I don't want to touch anything until I'm allowed to.
She would look at you with a quizzical look, unsure of what you speak of, and unless you pointed to her, would she be able to really give you much information?
I
But
will. I'm gonna ask her if I can go get it and bring it to her.
yeah, she shrugs. She says, "Bring it over."
All right, I'm gonna go grab it wherever it is and bring it back.
Okay. I'll get to that in a minute. As this half orc, half dragonborn rises, their visage sullen in all manner. They eye sockets just dark, and their horn sort of cracked now, as it once had this luster in life. It is brittle in all form today, but rising. After the ritual being done, this creature looks towards you, Azmal, and there is this blank look to you. They blink their eyes and they just kind of shake their head, unsure of anything, unsure of what to even say.
I'll say, I guess, hello? I don't know where to go from here.
They repeat exactly what you say. They say hello.
Alright, so I'm gonna attempt to, I guess, lead it with me.
Mm-hmm. Takes your hand. You're leading it along.
And I'm gonna keep leading him along outside. And I guess take him back to town. Or not to town, but I guess.
Yeah, you'll take him to the Guardians.
Yeah.
Damn, that's the first thing you'll do. You won't even get to know your guy a bit. That's fine. That's what's gonna happen then. Let me jump to Ashen right quick then. Yeah, bringing this to Regina, the diary, they'd sort of look at it. They'll play with the clasp with their fingernail, trying to get it to open, but they sort of give up. They look at the front and back. They just toss it back to you. They say, "It seems to be something someone left behind a long time ago. I couldn't date it. It's probably been hanging around. Where did you say you found it?"
Next to the statue of, you said it was a statue of TR, right?
Yeah.
I found next to the statue of TR.
Statue of TR. Yeah, I don't know anyone who worships them anymore. To be honest with you, they're sort of an old god, if you can excuse the phrasing. It's honestly probably no one that would care about it. For all you know, it holds a deep, dark secret or special specifications of a location that would benefit those who follow TR. You may keep it. I find no reason for us to have it linger here. We usually clear things out, but that's up to the followers.
Well then, if she said I can keep it, I'm gonna slide it into my backpack.
Yeah.
I will thank her for.
Yeah. You broke up, but I'm assuming you thank her for her hospitality
Yeah,
or something around there.
yeah. I will. I'll thank her for her time and helping me, and I will go and follow Azmal.
Yeah. This would be the day after that you guys go to deliver the individual to the Guardian forces.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Do you do or say anything to this individual as you walk it towards the Guardians, the barracks.
I don't think so, because I don't really want to try and incriminate myself with anything.
Don't make
I
him
don't know if there's anything I
intelligent.
can say.
It's already intelligent. It's just stupefied at the moment. Yes, excellent idea. For sure, take them without implicating yourself in anything. No reason for them to be more knowledgeable than they already were or missing. As you would.
Hello,
I'm sorry.
hello should be enough for the authority and for the interrogation.
Yeah.
Where'd you come from? Hello.
So what I will ask, when you drop them off, the same individual, this elf with the bit of sparkles around them at some spots, they look to you and they say, "Oh, you again. How can I help you?"
I came to bring the guy. We found him. And I'll
What?
try and make it like.
Okay. Where's his body?
I'll bring him in.
Yeah, I'm assuming he's with you
And
already, but she just sees someone
yeah,
standing, and she's
I'll
looking for
say.
someone dead.
I'll. I don't know how to go from this without
Yeah.
messing up somehow. I'll try and
Mhm.
like hand it off as this being the person.
Okay. So what do you say? As she says, "Where's the body?"
I'll pull him forward and say, "This is him."
Okay.
I don't know. I can like just club him over the head and say, "Here's your body," but I don't think I should exactly do that. I don't know what to do, so I'll just hand him off and.
Yeah. So a couple questions, right?
Mhm.
You have this individual wake up from the dead. He becomes undead and then rises from the grave, digging himself out. You say hello to them, and then the first thing you do is take them to the Guardian forces.
I guess so. I don't know if you're trying to like ask that as if I should do, but I don't know exactly what to do, so I guess so.
You could do any number of things, up to and including changing their clothes as to not be soiled.
Yeah, I guess I'll like try and like clean off their clothes and stuff, make it a little bit
Okay.
less obvious.
Sure. Do you give them new clothes or do you keep them on the same one and just try to clean that up?
I guess I would have a pair of another pair of clothes, so I could give them that, and I guess go with that.
Yeah, you could easily find material, especially within um the revival for sure.
So yeah, I'll hand them off in
Okay.
fresh, clean clothes, and
No problem. So at least he's fresh and clean. Walked up to the Guardian Forces station, and this individual is still again very confused of what you're talking about. They grab them and then look at you, and then they say, "Okay, so yesterday, you told me that you had a missing body. You're telling me that this body, when you located it, it was alive?"
yeah, he was. I don't know how to like indirectly do it.
You could say what
Yeah,
you want. If you skirt around the situation and technically don't say a lie, it'd be a persuasion check. If you just want to lie, it'd just be a deception check. You're not sure what the consequences of that is, but again, just lying to a cop about something that you found that you're not really connected with, they can't do much about that, you know?
mhm.
Like the issue would be if the body was missing, then they would just find you and then charge you 1,000 gold. But again, that's not really much of deal because you could just avoid the alliance and then you never have to pay the 1,000 gold as long as you never get arrested kind of situation.
Yeah, but I'll just try and not make new enemies, and I guess I'll try and like explain how could I explain it? Like we just found him wandering, I guess, or we found him and
If you want to lie, that is the route you
Oh.
take. If you want to do something like omit the truth, you could say like, yeah, when I laid eyes on him today, he was awake. Technically true.
I guess I could play it off like that, but I don't know how well that would work. I guess I could try my best to play it off as he is. It must have been a miracle, I guess.
Yeah, no, again, I'll just ask outright, do you prefer to lie or to not?
I'll um
Because it's either a deception or persuasion check. That's it. And Ashen, do you want to say anything about this situation, or are you gonna stay quiet to not dig yourself into a hole?
No, I'll let him do the talking. I'm not the best talker.
Okay, because I would offer this to you, Ashen, if you did say something to back him up. They would have an advantage on the roll.
Oh, I didn't know he was talking. Yeah, I'll vouch for him.
What do you say
yeah, I'll just,
to help the situation to sort of iron
kind of
in
zoned.
out?
I zoned out a bit. Could he repeat what he said?
It's simply the individual having been dropped off, the now living half orc, half dragonborn, simply being questioned by the attendant, this officer that you guys dealt with before. They're on the path to persuading them, sort of using their skills with words to get away with not saying anything that would lead them to lie. So you can say anything to that fact, something that is for sure truthful, that you know wouldn't be a lie if you wanted to say something or do something. Maybe you're
we're lying.
distracting them. It could be any number of things. Maybe you're intimidating them.
I'll try and, or I'll wait for him to do his thing and then I'll continue.
So yeah, Ashen, what do you do?
So what did Azmal say to them again?
They haven't really said much to avoid being implicated, but they're gonna say something in a bit.
Okay. And I assume the vampire hasn't said anything either.
No, they're quiet, sort of in their own mind, and are just being led along in fresh clothes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I guess I can explain that
I'll let him speak and then I'll vouch and then I'll say something after he's done.
Okay.
We sort of found him and we wandered around some areas, I guess, and found him, and I got him all freshened up. And yeah, brought him here. I think that'd be like a persuasion, I think.
Okay. Yeah, hold off on that for a minute. Ashen, do you say anything to add to that? If anything. You can also do stuff or what have you. I don't want to limit you guys to just words. You guys could just literally show up, give the lady a stink eye, and just throw the individual towards them. And that could be your persuasion checks. But if you have something else, Ashen.
Yeah, when we were looking for him, We kind of just found him wandering around. And so we freshened him up.
Okay.
You keep breaking in and out.
Yeah, I picked up that last bit. They freshened him up.
Yeah.
I
We caught him wandering around, and then we freshened him up a bit.
all right, no problem.
He's been in a dazed state for a while, though.
While both of you spoke truths, I sense lies within each of your statements. So I will give an advantage on the roll, but it would have to be a deception.
Okay.
Deception for both of us,
Just
or just
one.
him?
It was just the
Okay.
oof. So you guys were really well with deception. There is a bonus that I'm offering as this individual is working with you in all regard and will listen to Azmal. Anything they say, they're just gonna automatically do, at least for the longest while. They're like a lost puppy. The bonus gives you a +3, so technically you have a 21 on this. I rolled a nat 20 though for the officer. So they're looking at you kind of the concerned look. They say they have no idea what the situation is, and you don't know if they actually beat your deception score of 21. But what they say is, all right, I don't like what's happening here. I'm going to take them in. I'm going to figure out what the situation is. I'm going to find out whatever they know. It's a male. They're gonna say, I'm gonna find out whatever he knows, and the moment I get something on the two of you, we're gonna have words. All right, whatever it is that you did to this individual, I'm gonna find out. If I get a hint that you even so dare changed this creature into like a squirrel, or you sent him to a different dimension, I will find out. And you will be so shit out of luck. And that's where we're going to end the game, with all this officer threatening you. But it's empty words, as honestly, they're just trying to play it up. They know something's up, but they have no idea what is up. They arrest the individual. You guys get a slap on the wrist, with it 100 gold extra for your pockets. And that's
real quick before we end, just to add on to that, could I like play off my with my position of privilege, like being a noble and stuff, to like play that off at all?
Pop that feature up. You know, I would say she was accommodating up to a point. So while I won't retcon her little spat at the end there, she does say, I hope I'm clear, good sir, to you.
Okay.
So as little weight as it had, it now has less weight, because she kind of recognizes your, probably like what you're wearing, your accoutrement. You probably have like symbols or something. Your ring, actually. I say she would catch it late, and thus tries to ease herself back. But she's still doing the "I'm watching you, Mike Wazowski. I'm watching." But yeah, that's the game, guys. That's where we'll end. Good game.
Thank you.
Real question.
Mhm.
Before we end, can I look? Like, obviously, you don't have to say it right now because we're ending, but whenever you're available, can you send me like what was in that dictionary or diary or whatever?
Oh yeah, we'll definitely talk about what's in the diary, especially if you're gonna spend any of the 24 hours to get through the lock and read
Yeah,
up on that.
I want to study it as much as. I want to
For
study
sure.
it as much as possible before we go.
For sure.
So like, whenever you get a chance.
Yeah. I think it'll be best for a next game situation for you to figure out what it is about. But I will send a blurb to your messages specifically about some of the things you'll learn, but the rest of it, you'll recognize what I'm talking about once I send it to you. I'll just send
Alright.
some of it, and the rest of it I'll hold till the start of next game, which is what it demands. But yeah, that's a good game. Great stuff. You guys got a couple of gold here and there. But you are in a city where you could buy up basically anything you look for. It just will cost you money is the problem. But that's a situation that we'll deal with later. You guys could send me your wish list if you're looking for something specifically, and I'll point out where in the city that's available. I didn't show you a map of the city. Next game I will. And then you can see what the revival looks like from overhead shot. How nice. But
Guys, and like some magical items, but that's about all.
okay. But yeah. Besides that, if you guys have any other questions, I'm always available. But that's all I have.